Disclaimer: this video is for informational purposes only and does not constitute medical advice. If you have any health concerns, always consult a trusted physician for personalized guidance. Hello everyone, welcome to Health Pills. Today, we're talking about 12 foods to absolutely avoid if you want to live a long and healthy life. Some foods contribute more than others to worsening our health and promoting chronic diseases, so it's better to know them and make informed choices. Remember, the order isn't important. What matters is the impact of these foods on our health. 1. Sugar. Let's start with one of the most harmful foods for the human body: sugar. The main issue with sugar is that it's everywhere in many food products and provides empty calories, meaning energy without essential nutrients. This can lead to overeating to meet our nutritional needs, resulting in weight gain and even triggering a dependency, as sugars cause a blood sugar spike, releasing dopamine, the pleasure hormone, which increases cravings for sweets. The glucose in sugar causes an immediate blood sugar rise and an insulin response. Regular high sugar consumption can lead to insulin resistance, increasing the risk of diabetes and other metabolic issues. But the real danger lies in fructose, the other half of the sugar molecule. Fructose doesn't immediately raise blood sugar like glucose, but it damages the liver similarly to alcohol. It quickly turns into liver fat, leading to a condition known as non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Since only the liver metabolizes fructose, it accumulates easily, harming liver tissue, increasing the risk of metabolic syndrome, and causing chronic inflammation. Studies in recent years have highlighted the link between sugar consumption and the epidemic of metabolic diseases. The solution? Limit sugar in your diet. Most guidelines suggest not exceeding 50 grams a day, but many experts believe 20 grams is sufficient for a healthy adult. Exceeding 100 grams daily, as many people do, has disastrous health effects. Even if you're metabolically healthy, small amounts of sugar can trigger sweet cravings, leading to a cycle of overconsumption. 2. Processed vegetable oils. Vegetable oils like corn, soy, and canola oil are widely used in the food industry and often recommended as healthier substitutes for animal fats. However, not all vegetable oils are equal, and many are far from healthy. The ones to avoid are seed oils extracted through industrial methods, as they contain high levels of omega-6 fatty acids. In excess, omega-6s increase inflammation, causing an imbalance with omega-3s, which is essential for proper cellular function and reducing oxidative stress. The extraction process for seed oils involves high temperatures and chemical solvents, leading to the formation of free radicals, highly reactive substances that damage cells and accelerate aging. Various studies have linked processed vegetable oil consumption to an increase in cardiovascular diseases and metabolic problems due to fat imbalances and cellular oxidation. Unlike extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil, which are naturally rich in antioxidants and stable fats, processed oils have few nutrients and promote chronic inflammation. For this reason, it's better to opt for minimally processed, high-quality oils like extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil, which support heart health and have a lower impact on inflammation. 3. Margarine and trans fats. Moving on to another highly harmful food, margarine. This butter substitute was introduced as a healthy alternative decades ago, but actually contains one of the most harmful fats, trans fats. These artificial fats are created through partial hydrogenation, where vegetable oils are bombarded with hydrogen to make them solid at room temperature. This makes the product more stable but alters the oil's molecular structure, creating a fat that the human body can't adequately process. Studies have shown that trans fats are extremely damaging to cardiovascular health, as they increase LDL or bad cholesterol and reduce HDL or good cholesterol. They also promote inflammation, one of the primary causes of heart problems. Fortunately, awareness of trans fats has increased in recent years, and many food companies have stopped using them, replacing them with less harmful oils. However, margarine and other industrial baked goods may still contain them, so it's always good to read labels and choose products without hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated fats. 4. Fried foods. Fried foods are often irresistible, but they pose a considerable health risk. Fries, fried chicken. These foods not only contain large amounts of fat, but are often fried in low-quality, highly processed vegetable oils. The problem with fried foods is that when oils are heated to high temperatures, they begin to oxidize and release toxic compounds, including free radicals. These compounds damage cells and promote inflammation, increasing the risk of cardiovascular disease and other chronic conditions. Many fast food outlets and restaurants reuse the same oils multiple times for frying, further degrading the oil quality and increasing harmful compounds. Additionally, frying causes foods to absorb large amounts of fat, increasing the meal's calorie and fat content. Studies show that those who regularly eat fried foods have a higher risk of heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. For a healthier version, try baking or grilling with high-quality oils, and remember that limiting fried foods can significantly improve overall health. 5. Modern wheat and refined flours. Wheat has been a staple in the human diet for thousands of years, but modern wheat is very different from what our ancestors ate. In recent decades, wheat has been genetically modified and selectively bred to increase yield and resistance at the expense of nutritional quality. This modern wheat contains higher amounts of gluten and starch, which many people struggle to digest. Even those without celiac disease may have difficulty processing this type of gluten, experiencing symptoms of intolerance like bloating, fatigue, and intestinal inflammation. Refined flour made from modern wheat has a high glycemic index, meaning it causes rapid blood sugar spikes. This not only leads to weight gain but also contributes to insulin resistance and increases diabetes risk. For a healthier diet, consider alternatives like ancient grains, almond, or coconut flour, which have a lower glycemic impact and provide more beneficial nutrients. 6. Sugary and carbonated drinks. Sugary drinks are one of the main sources of added sugar in the modern diet and a major cause of obesity and metabolic diseases. A single can of soda can contain up to 40 grams of sugar, exceeding the daily recommended limit in just one glass. Consuming sugary drinks causes rapid blood sugar spikes and a strong insulin response, which over time can lead to insulin resistance and increased body fat, particularly in the liver, promoting non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Many carbonated drinks also contain acids like phosphoric acid, which can damage tooth enamel and cause oral health issues like cavities and sensitivity. Additionally, the acidity of these drinks can disrupt the body's acid-base balance, promoting the loss of essential minerals for bones, such as calcium. Switching to diet versions isn't the solution, as they contain artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, or acesulfame K. Although they contain no calories, these can alter the gut microbiome and increase sugar cravings. The best choice is to opt for natural alternatives: water, green tea, herbal teas, and fresh fruit infusions without added sugars. These will help keep you hydrated and provide more antioxidants. 7. Low-fat dairy products. For a long time, low-fat dairy products have been recommended as a healthier choice compared to full-fat dairy. However, removing fat from milk doesn't make it healthier. Instead, it often results in a less nutritious, less satisfying product. Milk fat not only adds flavor but is also essential for absorbing fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin D, vitamin A, and vitamin K2, which are crucial for bone, heart, and immune health. Additionally, low-fat dairy products are often enriched with added sugars and additives to improve taste and texture, making them more calorie-dense and less effective at satisfying hunger. Studies show that people who consume full-fat dairy have a lower risk of metabolic diseases than those who consume skimmed or partially skimmed dairy. If you can tolerate dairy, choose whole, organic, and fermented options like yogurt and kefir, which offer probiotic benefits for gut health. Avoiding low-fat dairy can improve your nutrition and reduce cravings for added sugars. 8. Breakfast cereals. Breakfast cereals are often promoted as a quick and healthy start to the day, but in most cases, they contain added sugars, artificial colors, and highly processed ingredients. Many industrial cereals, even those labeled as whole grain, have a high glycemic index and cause blood sugar spikes, leading to early hunger and an energy dip mid-morning. This effect causes you to feel hungry again, encouraging excessive calorie intake. Even sugar-free cereals often contain artificial sweeteners, which do not help reduce dependency on sweet flavors. For a healthy and filling breakfast, choose nutrient-dense options like whole oats, eggs, nuts, plain Greek yogurt without added sugars, or fresh fruit. These foods provide sustained energy and stabilize blood sugar levels. Reducing or eliminating sugary cereals from your breakfast can help maintain weight and improve metabolic health. 9. Ultra-processed foods. Ultra-processed foods like packaged snacks, ready-made meals, and fast foods are highly harmful to health. These products often contain sugars, trans fats, processed vegetable oils, additives, preservatives, and artificial colors, all of which contribute to weight gain, inflammation, and the risk of chronic diseases. Frequent consumption of these foods means taking in empty calories, foods high in energy but low in essential vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. Regularly eating ultra-processed foods can lead to obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. Additionally, preservatives and chemical additives in many packaged foods can negatively impact the gut microbiome, increasing the risk of digestive issues and chronic inflammation. The solution? Choose fresh foods, add more fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains to your diet, and cook at home as often as possible to control the quality and quantity of ingredients. 10. Fast food. Fast food is incredibly widespread and convenient, but it's also one of the main contributors to the rise of metabolic and cardiovascular diseases. This type of diet is characterized by fried dishes, ultra-processed foods, refined bread, and sugary sauces, and it often contains low-quality ingredients. Most fast food outlets use processed vegetable oils, often reused multiple times for frying, making them toxic and full of free radicals. Many fast food items contain hidden sugars and refined flours, causing blood sugar spikes and promoting body fat accumulation. Additionally, they are often high in sodium, increasing the risk of hypertension and kidney problems. Frequently eating fast food is associated with a higher risk of obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. If you need to eat out, choose restaurants that offer healthy options and look for simple dishes based on proteins, vegetables, and whole grain carbohydrates. Avoiding fast food will help you maintain an ideal weight and reduce the risk of chronic diseases. 11. Processed meats and deli meats. Processed meats and deli meats are often high in saturated fats, sodium, and additives, including nitrates and nitrites, which are added for preservation and color. Recent studies have shown that these additives, when exposed to high cooking temperatures, as in grilling, can transform into potentially carcinogenic substances called nitrosamines. Regular consumption of processed meats has been linked to an increased risk of cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain types of cancer, particularly colorectal cancer. Another issue with processed meats is that they're often high in sodium, which can contribute to hypertension and increase the risk of kidney disease. Choosing fresh, unprocessed protein sources like beef, chicken, or fish is a healthier choice. If you want to enjoy deli meats, opt for products without added nitrates and nitrites, and limit how often you consume them. 12. Artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin are often used as sugar substitutes, but their impact on health remains controversial. Although they contain no calories, some studies suggest they may negatively affect the gut microbiome, disrupting insulin regulation and blood sugar sensitivity. Moreover, some artificial sweeteners can intensify sugar cravings, leading to excessive sugar consumption at other times of the day. If you're trying to reduce sugar intake, consider natural sweeteners like stevia or monk fruit, which have a lower impact on blood sugar and don't interfere with the gut microbiome. However, the best approach is to gradually reduce sweet cravings and limit any type of sweetener. Conclusion. These are the 12 foods you should absolutely avoid to protect your health and increase your chances of living a long, healthy life. It's not about making drastic sacrifices, but about being aware of your food choices and choosing nutritious, minimally processed foods. Gradually removing these foods from your diet can make a significant difference in your quality of life and overall well-being. Thank you for watching Health Pills. If you found this video helpful and want more tips on taking care of your health, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any important updates. See you soon.